everybody. Welcome to my first time out on 20 Questions Live. Took a minute to get here, but we got here. Trial and error and technical difficulties definitely abound the first time through on this, but I'm joined today by Heather Foster, who is part of the audio description community. And we're glad to have her. This is also in partnership with the ADNA, the Audio Description Narrator Alliance. And uh, we are also probably going to rip the audio. For those of you who don't like YouTube, this will be available in some sort of a podcast format over there on that site as well. So,
Cool.
Heather, why don't you give a little introduction before we get into 20 questions?
Okay. Hello. Thanks for having me. And yeah, we're here. Yay! So I'm Heather Foster. I'm a voice actor. I live in Houston, Texas. I've been doing audio script description for about 2 years now, and I love the genre. And so I'm excited to be here and talk. And I love movies and television. That's my jam. So yeah, this is all my favorite stuff. And talking to you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you're my guinea pig on this
That's
one.
right.
So, we got 20 questions to knock out.
Okay.
So, of course, we're going to start with the first one, which is very important. I'm sure the entire audience is waiting to hear your answer on this question.
Okay.
If pineapple is on pizza, is it still pizza?
Oh god, it's pizza, but it's pizza that I have to hold my nose to eat. I have to pick them off. I'm not a
So,
pineapple girl, but it
so
is
you could
pizza.
eat. So you could eat the pizza with pineapple residue, but not with
Yeah,
pineapple actively on it.
exactly. I would
Okay,
pick
I
it
feel like
off.
that's middle ground. Some
Yeah,
people can't
yeah.
even have
Well, I love
pineapple
pizza.
around them when they're eating pizza. So
Yeah, there'll be
that's
a
a
little
step in the right
pile of
direction.
pineapple on my plate after I'm done. Yes.
Okay, so
And I
no
like
pineapple though.
pineapple, but
That's
not together.
just not on
Like,
pizza.
yeah,
Okay,
right. Yeah.
all right, okay, all right. So question number two, and this one's a little bit more for the season. And I should do the scream voice. What's your favorite scary movie?
My favorite oh my gosh. I just watched this movie like 2 months ago, Hereditary.
Okay,
Oh my god.
yeah,
Terrifying. Oh lord. Yeah. Literally had trouble sleeping for several nights. Yeah.
that's definitely up there for a lot of people. And
It's
Ari
jacked up.
Aster is definitely making a name for himself through the horror community. So
Yeah.
that's a solid choice. I think horror
Thank
fans
you.
will appreciate that one. All
Sweet.
right. So number three, if you could have anyone, not just a narrator, but anyone in the entire existence of ever, do the audio description for your life,
Oh
who
god.
would that person be?
Oh gosh, this is a fantastic question. Uh, I'm gonna Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson. That
Emma
feels very
Thompson.
Stranger Than Fiction. It feels like it feels like that you're a big fan of the Stranger Than Fiction movie where she's essentially narrating Will Ferrell's life.
Exactly, and but there's just she's bright, she's funny, she's snarky, but and there's this intelligence through the whole thing, and, like, I just feel like she would be slightly disapproving of all of my choices.
All right.
So I think that would be funny. So, Emma Thompson,
Cool.
my
All right, that's
final
good.
answer. Yeah,
All right. I love Emma Thompson as well.
yeah.
She's a fantastic
Oh,
actress. I'm really
certainly.
sad she didn't get an Oscar nomination last year for Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. So,
That was
um,
really yeah,
yeah,
same,
she's
same.
fantastic in that.
Yeah.
Uh, number four, have you ever watched, casually watched, not intentionally watched, but just happened to stroll through something that you've worked on audio description for and found it hard to not overthink the project? Like you can no longer enjoy the film
No, I
because
don't.
it's you on the project.
I don't watch anything I do and listen to the audio description that I did. I still like the first big project I ever that I booked was Curb Your Enthusiasm season 11, right?
Okay.
Hilarious. I love Larry David. I love Curb Your I love it, love it, love it. It didn't ruin the show for me. I was excited to be on the show and be part of it. I cannot listen to my audio description. And in fact, I would go back if I could and redo it. I just didn't. quite nail it the way I wanted to nail certain things. Like there's just he gives everything. He has such a great forehead. So, like his brows and his expressions. I mean, the show's quirky and silly, and the music does a really good job, and
Yeah,
there's the dialogue and stuff like that. It's funny, but there's so much, and I just don't think I did it justice. So I would that's like it kind of makes me physically a little sick to my stomach when I'm doing the audio description. I love audio description. I love their people, but I'm just trying to get better all the time. Like you know what I mean? Like I just like,
right.
oh gosh, I want to do that again. I want to do that again because I could do it so much better. Um, but yeah, that would be Curb Your Enthusiasm
So what you're saying is your enthusiasm for Curb Your Enthusiasm has been curbed
for my
slightly
performance.
because of your perform. Okay, I
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
Following that lovely question, we are up to question 6, I believe. Uh, what TV show do you believe, uh, just just as a guess, that you've seen the most episodes of? What TV show do you watch the most?
Well, growing up, now I can consume whole seasons, and like I just finished The Bear, right? Season 2, and I finished that up in like 3 days. So, but there's only 10 episodes now on these streaming services, right?
Yeah.
But I have probably seen more episodes of The Simpsons than anything else because there are more episodes, and I grew up with The Simpsons. Not grew up, I was 18 or whatever when it came out, but I'm 54 years old now. It's been on
Sure.
for a long
It
time, and
has.
and it never fails to disappoint. Sure, there are some that are better than others, but there's always something really great in every single episode. So, yeah, I got to go with The Simpsons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Solid answer.
Thanks.
So what movie from your childhood that did you love as a child and you would still defend to the death
Oh,
today at 54?
okay. Well, the sad thing is I don't know who let me watch this movie as a child, but Jaws, right? I was 8
I
when
think we
Jaws
all
came
watched
out.
Jaws as kids for
I
some
right.
reason.
And it was
Yeah.
and my grandparents had a lake house at the Lake of the Ozarks, which is a freshwater I mean, it's a man-made, like, freshwater lake, and
But
I
there
was
still might have been a
terrified
shark.
to
Yeah.
go into the lake, and there was like, "Heather, there are no sharks here." I was for sure that Jaws was gonna eat me, and I just watched Jaws a couple of weeks ago. It was on, and I sat down and watched it, and it holds up. I mean, it is still it's a fantastic film. Yeah.
All right. Time for another silly question.
Okay.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Mhm, yeah.
All right. I feel like the coffee drinkers in here
Right,
just
right.
you won
I
me
wouldn't
over.
mainline coffee if I were able to, but yeah, get that
All
tea
right.
away from me. Yeah, coffee.
Next up, uh, question number 9 is who is your favorite actor or actress to watch on anything? TV shows, movies?
Oh gosh, because it just depends on the
Who's
on
the
the
bee's
project,
knees?
right? It's the project, but over oh gosh, um, I mean, wow, there's so many. It just and like I said, it just depends on the project. It for me, casting directors should get Academy Awards, right? Because
Yeah,
it's the casting, it's the casting. But I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I love him. I think he's such an amazing actor. His whole thing in Sherlock. I don't know if you saw the Sherlock series that he did. It started with the
I
BBC.
never watched
Oh my gosh,
Sherlock,
it's so good, so
but I
good.
do like me some Benedict Cumberbatch. So,
Oh my gosh, I love him, and but that kind of made me to start to be an actor again. I was an actor as a kid, and then like I did stage stuff when I was in school. I didn't pursue it as a career, but when I was watching Sherlock, he's just so good at what he does. It kind of inspired me to start acting again. So I kind of my whole career now is like an homage to Benedict Cumberbatch.
okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All right, so number 9, following up on that question, let's take Sherlock out of the equation. Other than
Okay.
Sherlock, what is your favorite Benedict Cumberbatch performance?
Besides Sherlock, oh gosh, this is so many. The thing that pops into my brain right now is, gosh, it's just that, like all these things are swirling around. Um, I love him as Doctor Strange. I loved him in, the voice he did for in, The Lord of the Rings. He does he was the name of the dragon in Lord of the Rings. It's just not Schmeagol. That's I can't think of the guy's name, Schmog or whatever. He was the dragon, but he does
Yeah,
the voiceover,
yeah.
and I
Smog, yeah.
yeah, and there's a video of him doing it, and his entire body and face contorts, and he almost looks like a dragon. It's pretty insane. And then
Right.
he did in England right before COVID. He did a thing of an in the round theater of Frankenstein, and in one night he would play Frankenstein's monster, and the next one he would play Frankenstein. It was really cool. He and Johnny Lee Miller would switch roles every other night. It was
Yep.
super cool. So, but those are some of my standouts that come to mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite comfort movie when you're not feeling great? What's that movie that you put on?
The one that always makes me happy is 16 Candles.
Okay. It
It's
feels appropriate based on the age range.
right, my
So
age and yeah, all that. It's not very
it's a
PC.
classic.
It's a
It's a
classic, or
classic.
it is a
John
classic.
Hughes. It's a
Yeah,
classic. Yeah.
yeah, we
So
gotta go with that. 16 Candles.
all right. Uh, what's your favorite thing to eat at Taco Bell?
Oh, Burrito Supreme. I had one yesterday. I literally ate that yesterday at Taco
Okay.
Bell.
Well, that was a good guess on restaurant because your answer might have been like, "I've never been there and I never will
I know,
be."
right? No, I've
Um,
definitely been there. It's like it's one of my faves.
all right, so question 12. Which TV program was canceled too soon, in your opinion?
Oh, okay. So I know there are a million. I'm gonna get this answer wrong, but this one really bummed me out. Glow on Netflix,
Oh my God.
right? They
They
just
were
ended it.
shooting it. There's an episode. They have a completed episode that they won't show us.
That made me so mad.
Yes.
Uh, and you could see like it was going good places. It was so exciting, and
And
I
it was the
love that
final
show.
season.
And
Yeah.
it just that was it. No more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glow.
That's a great answer. I'm so mad at Netflix for
Right?
Glow. If I'm
It
ever in the
actually pissed
world
me
with
off.
Netflix one day, I'm gonna be like, by the way,
By the
I'm
way,
still mad at you for Glow. Like
oh
I've
yeah,
been mad at you for years
yeah, I'm
about
still
Glow.
harboring a definite deep scented resentment on the whole
With all
Glow
the
thing.
shows that came out of the pandemic that we had to wait like years for multiple seasons,
No.
and they were like, yeah, it's just gonna be too long of a wait for the new season of Glow. And I'm like,
What?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty certain we just got the second season of Good Omens. Like, how long did
Right.
that
It
take?
just came
Like,
out. I know.
Jesus, you know, come
I
on
would
now.
wait. Yeah, yeah. So Glow, that really pissed me off.
Yeah, Glow. Great
Yeah.
answer. I love
Thank
that
you.
answer.
Thank
I'm a
you.
fan now. I'm dialed in.
Right on, right on.
That
Okay,
would have
cool.
been my answer if I was in the same boat. I'd be like,
Okay.
Glow.
Duly noted. And it just popped in. I'm like, oh yeah, still mad.
What's your favorite thing to eat while watching a movie?
Anything, food. I love to that's like eating in front of the television is my favorite thing to do. I got kids and they're in high school now, and I try to eat dinner and meals at the table with them. But on my own, I anything Chinese food, pizza, Taco Bell, popcorn, anything. So just I love to eat in front of the television. It is such a treat.
Cool.
Yeah. Sorry, not more
What?
specific.
No. That's fine. We're just learning more about you. So, if you could be the narrator on any
Mm.
movie for the rest of time, so
Ah,
that way, anytime anybody in the blind community watched that movie, it was always your voice. Which film would you want
oh,
your voice attached to for the rest
God,
of time?
to the rest of time. Um,
What's your
wow.
narrator dream?
Oh my gosh, I don't. Oh my god, because I don't know. I always get. I think that one of my favorite movies is Terms of Endearment, and I've seen
Mhm.
that movie so many times. I would love to be a part of that movie. Although I don't know if I could like I have when I describe, I've actually narrated things and I've cried in it, and I have to stop and like take a moment and not cry during it. I don't know, like there are certain scenes in Terms of Endearment that would take me a long time to get through.
Sure.
But yeah, I think Terms of Endearment.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right. I'm not even sure if Terms of Endearment has audio description, so that
it
would be a
probably
win.
doesn't. Or if it's
That
on
would be a
Amazon,
win for
it's
the audio
probably is.
description community if you
Right.
nailed that.
Let's do it. Let's make this happen.
Question 15.
Okay.
What is your favorite cartoon? It can either be a movie or a TV show, but it's got to be a cartoon.
Um, American Dad.
American Dad.
I
All
love
right.
it. It's so good.
Yep. It's amazing it's still running too. So
I know, it's so good. Yeah.
after all these years.
I
All
know.
right. Question 16. If you could go see one musician in concert, who would it be?
One musician, is it somebody I've never seen before?
Anybody, free ticket. You get a free ticket to go see anyone you want in concert. Living. Let's go with living. Something
Okay,
that's slightly
someone
challenging.
living. So I'm
You
like,
can't resurrect the Beatles or
yeah,
something.
no, that would be really cool. Gosh, I've never, so I'm like, feel weird, but I'm like, I'd love to get a ticket to see Taylor Swift, but I guess I can go see her at the movie theaters now.
Yep.
I'm not even that giant. I mean,
I wonder if
I
that has
like
audio
her.
description.
Does it have audio description? It should.
That's what I said. I wonder if it does.
I wonder if it does. When I go with my daughter, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Um, God, there's so many great musicians. If it was dead, I would see Prince because I never saw Prince. Um, oh my gosh, now I sound. I now I'm completely like blah. I always go see Wilco. That's like that's my favorite band in the world. So I would just go to another Wilco show. Is that
Okay.
boring? Sorry, it's boring.
No, that's not boring. I
But
mean,
it's
it's your favorite
true.
band. So
It's my
sometimes
favorite
favorites
band. I've seen them like I
all
don't know,
right.
like literally I think it was like 27 times I've seen them. So, but I would go
Yeah.
again. They're
Yeah.
good. They're that good.
So question number 17. There's probably more than one answer to this question, so you can just give one if there is.
Okay.
Uh, like least favorite movie slash TV show. Like what is
Least
it? What would you never want to watch again? What are you upset that you ever had to watch for that reason?
that was time not well spent.
Time not
Um,
well spent. Exactly.
well, a television show or movie? Television show?
But you can whichever one you
Do
yeah. If you want to go
you
with television show,
remember? I hate talking bad about people because I love creative souls, even when they don't miss the mark, or when they do miss the mark. I mean, so but Mike Myers came out with that new. There was a new show that he did on Netflix like about 2 years ago.
oh yeah, the Pentaveret.
It
Yeah,
was
the Pentaveret,
awful.
something like that.
I could.
Yeah,
I only watched it for about 15 minutes, and I want those 15 minutes back.
really made me miss Austin Powers. I was like, why
I
did you stop making Austin
know.
Powers movies? You
And
know.
and here's the thing that I think is so brilliant about that, though, is like even in that 15 minutes, it and it's the same creator, the same kind of setup, kind of, like the goofy characters and the whole thing. And it's weird how one thing worked so well and this other thing didn't. I thought that
Yeah.
was fascinating. Like but I wasn't fascinated enough to keep going as to why. I just turned it off like everybody else did.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a solid answer. Question 18. Favorite sports team. I didn't
Kansas,
even. You don't even
Kansas
have
City
to.
Chiefs.
Any
Kansas
any
City
yeah any sport. Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City
Cool.
Chiefs. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, born and raised there. Event
I
and I
feel like
moved.
Taylor Swift would like that answer.
I'm loving Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey. I know everyone's sick of them. I don't care. I love them. I'm very excited. I hope they get married.
Very much a Swifty. All right.
She permeates all of our worlds. We're just living in Taylor's world. That's all, and it's all good. I'm happy.
Cool. Number 19.
Wow.
What is the favorite film? What's your favorite film of this year so far? What movie have
Mm.
you seen? What's the best picture in your head right now?
Have I? Actually, I really, really liked Barbie. I did. I liked
A
it
lot of
as
people
like as
did.
an art piece. I mean,
It's a
it was
solid
a
choice.
very well done. great social messages, asked a lot of questions. It didn't answer any questions, but it asked a lot of questions. It was thought provoking. It was pretty to look at. The acting was solid. There's some I mean, I think Greta will get nominated for multiple awards. I think she'll win for best screenplay. That's my call early. Ryan Gosling is a revelation as Ken. I laughed at every single thing he did. He was amazing. So yeah, I mean, I know it's like I sound like an airhead, but I mean, Barbie was a really good movie. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm. I think it's probably gonna get Best Picture nomination.
I
So
think it will. I think
you
it'll
may be
be.
on course with that one.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the Oscars tend to. I mean, there's been some deviations from that. The director of the Hurt Locker, I can't think of her name, Bigelow. But most of the time, like when they seems like there's a woman that is a big force behind a movie, they'll nod at her with a screenplay, like well, like Emma Thompson or like
Yeah,
Sarah Polley from last year with Women Talking. It's like that's why I think that she's a heavy favorite. Greta is for winning best screenplay because that seems to be one that they will give to women more. But
it depends. It
it
depends on
does.
whether or
I
not they
mean,
run an original or adapted. They're pushing for original right now,
yeah, I would think
and
she'd get original because the story was
yeah,
was all her. I mean, I know it's based on a character, but yeah, but her directing was fantastic, and that she was this force to get this done. Um, and just the way. Have you seen it yet?
I have not. I have all these damn streaming services, and that's coming to Max, and I know it's coming to Max.
Yeah.
And
Oh
I have
yeah,
to
it
pay
will.
so much money that I'm just gonna save
I totally
money
get it.
and wait for
Yeah,
Max.
I get
They
it. It's just like
confirmed that they
yeah,
will release it this year. They're not going
good,
to wait till 2024. So
good.
somewhere within the next 2 months,
Yeah.
they're going to put it on Max,
I wanna know
and
what you think because I and
I'm
uh
looking forward to it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. That was I wonder who will do the audio description. I don't know. That would be
I don't
cool.
know.
Like this the casting of the audio description. Um I would think they would want I once again, like, you could who was it? Somebody narrated that, there was a voice in it. Was it Emma Thompson? If it was Emma Thompson, I don't know. That did a there was a like, kind of a voice of God throughout the film. I'm not giving
Yeah,
it away. That would be neat to have someone of that kind of like, there was a mature, authoritative, all-knowing woman that would do these little pieces of,
sure.
exposition to move the story along and that something along those I think that would be a good choice. I'm always interested at how the audio description gets cast. It's an interesting thing sometimes. I'm sure you wonder that too, like, why the hell are they voicing this? Anyway,
Okay,
I'm deviating.
awesome.
Yeah.
You've been great so far. This
Thank
last question is actually pretty much a setup just for you to be able to. I love audio description, and I know you love audio description. You work in audio description. So, question number 20 is uh, who are your favorite people? Who do you want to give a shout out to of people
Uh,
that work in the audio description community? If we're not supposed to know what jobs they do, you don't have to even put last names. But if
oh,
like
that's
if
so
you know a
cool.
Jason, you can just say, "I
Yeah.
love Jason. He's great," and Jason will be like, "Oh my god,
She said
she
my
said my
name.
name."
So there are so many people. I predominantly work with Zoo Digital, and the entire group at Zoo are they're just so nice and friendly and professional and easy to work with. I love working with and the whole staff are great. Um, Roy Samuelson has been a mentor, a friend. He's always, in my opinion, raising the bar and encouraging us as narrators to do better, to listen to the community and to strive to do better. Ellie Schiff, I think he's putting out amazing work. His work in Succession is like really
Fantastic. I
it's
hope to interview him shortly.
oh good.
He
Yeah.
sent me an email, so
Yeah, good. Do so.
fingers crossed.
He's a great
Fingers crossed he'll
guy.
watch this video and he'll be like, "Yeah, I can do that."
I know. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll tell him like, hey man, it's so fun. It's so fun. And Inger Tudor, she did Promising Young Female, which I thought was a fantastic movie. She was the audio
Yeah,
describer. of that. I thought she did a great job, and I mean, there's just it's a very tight knit, cool community. I've gotten to know a lot of the narrators, and I think we're all in alignment in that we want to do better and continue to move forward. And it's changed even the last 2 years. Like I when I started, the direction was like kind of just basically, I don't want to say just read, but it was like here's the tone and just don't do put too much on it, don't put too much sauce on it. And then throughout the last 2 years it's like no, add some humanity, add some, you're telling a story, you're helping support a story. And so I think we've all been really good at communicating feedback that we get and constructive criticism and stuff like that. So yeah, but those are some of my peeps. Shout out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Those are the shout outs.
those
All
are the
right.
shout outs. Yeah.
Well, those are some great shout outs and some big names and people I recognize and love when they show
Yeah.
up at the end of and I see their names at the end of things. I'm like, yeah, that's why it sounded great.
Yeah.
So
Who is
thank you
it?
so much
Oh, of course, of
for
course.
those shout outs. Thank you so much for being here.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much for being my guinea pig and doing 20 questions live with me. There was no preparation on this. I gave
No,
her, she didn't ask for any hints as to what
no,
the questions would be. We nothing.
I
This
didn't
was
even, yeah, I didn't
totally
know what you were going to
because
ask
I
at
think
all.
catching people off guard is part of the fun of 20 questions. So
Yeah.
you got to have faith in me that I'm not going to put you in an awkward position. So, anyway, uh, thanks for being here. And if you're watching, please click like and subscribe. I'm John Stark. I'm a blind film critic. And if you're listening to this on the ADNA podcast, thank you for listening to that as well. And I hope to be back with many more 20 questions live in the near future with less technical difficulties.
That's okay.
So, thanks, Heather, and
You're
I
welcome.
will see everybody later.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah, we're still live. We're still live.
I got it. I
All right.
finished it.
Oh, okay. I think it's still live though.
It says I ended stream.